What is up, guys? Sound Alchemist here with
Gersh1.
And we're back at it to answer your questions in another episode of For the Greater.
This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, simply comment down below, put question in front of your question, and we get to that question first. That is what Luke Arsegal did. Siegel did. And he asks, would it be possible to implant Space Marine gene seed into other species like Eldar? Could they become Xeno Space Marines if the process is complete? So right off the bat, no.
Yeah, I feel like if you inject anything like that into another species, they'll probably just convulse, foam at the mouth, and die.
Like in the Thor Ragnarok movie when Thor kept getting electrocuted.
Oh, yeah.
That looked gross.
That was very, like, you got veins and shit popping up.
That's what would happen. Because as a matter of fact, a lot of humans, a lot of teenage boys who get implanted by gene seeds, a good portion of them die.
Yeah. Their bodies aren't strong enough to handle the superhuman genetics going into them, so they just kind of fizzle out.
Yep. The gene seed is specifically geared for humanity. It can't work with others, but that doesn't mean that Tau, Eldar, Tyranids can't somehow see what the Emperor did in order to boost up humanity like that, and then try to do that for their own races.
Right.
As a matter of fact, the Tyranids have done that. They have absorbed Space Marines and captains and whatnot, and they have produced...
Is it the Swarmlord?
No, I thought it was the guards.
Oh, the Hive Guard, yeah. Hive Guard.
The Hive Guards are supposed to be Tyranids' response to the gene seed of Space Marines. So I guess you could say Tyranids have a Space Marine. It's the Hive Guards. Tau also can. We did a 40 fact on Tau Space Marines. Check that video out. Eldar probably wouldn't even care.
Yeah, they wouldn't want to because they see humanity and Space Marines as like lesser things. Like they don't even bother with them.
Exactly.
Orcs, though, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, Orc Space Marines would be really badass, but you have to remember Space Marines were built specifically to kill Orcs, so I think they kind of are hand in hand.
Yeah, hand.
Yeah. Good question, though.
Very interesting. Next up, we have one by Guy Bob. Have you read The Death Squadron? If so, how did you like it? I haven't read it, but I would definitely suggest it. I haven't read it.
Neither have I.
Death Squadron. Sounds orky.
I will definitely read it. Someday. Next question comes from Stop Players. Has there ever been situations where a Space Marine was forgotten on a death world?
Yeah, tons.
Yeah.
Usually they either survive and strive, and they try to get back to their chapter. But most of the time they probably just kind of die or like stay stranded and marooned on that planet.
If you're building lore around it, that's awesome. It's really awesome. If you're a Space Marine or a Space Wolf player, the Lone Wolf. You could add so much fluff to that Lone Wolf. Like say he was stranded and he was part of some expedition or something, found his way back to Fenris, but through the warp travel probably came out like at a later date or an earlier date or something like that. So now he can't really just like join another company because his company's all gone. That'd be badass.
Yeah. Think Castaway, but instead of Tom Hanks, Space Wolves.
Exactly.
Wolf Dragon. Why have you guys completely ignored the lore on my Wolf Dragons like 3 weeks ago? If you sent it to us on Facebook, I would say resend it to me because a lot happened during that Halloween week. We were kind of focusing more on putting out Halloween-centric videos, so I might have overlooked it. So just resend it to us. I do apologize for that.
Yes. Gwyneth Von Thunderthighs. What is the music you use? So the music we use is made by this awesome beat producer called
Biz20?
Biz20, yep. Link down in the description to his website. Next question.
This one is by Michael Sobek. I'm making a custom chapter based on a Lost Primarch for my own fanfiction story. I was looking to diversify things by having the Lost Primarch being raised on a planet where humanity has made some kind of understanding with the Eldar. Is there any example of any such alliance between humans and Eldar occurring in the lore, or am I just a spawning nerdling trying to grasp at this idea?
No, you're good. A good place to start is read up on your Exodites.
Mm-hmm.
So the Exodites are separate from the Eldar in a way. They separated like before the fall. So back when the Emperor or the Eldar were like at the height of their empire, that they started like two factions started splitting. It was the Exodites and pretty much everybody else, and everybody else was like, you know, into orgies and just straight up
Orgies.
yeah. And then these guys were like, nah, we want to be like the Amish and go off to our own little worlds. And they did. They settled on worlds outside of the Empire,
Right.
the Eldar Empire. Then the fall happened, and the Eldar Empire was destroyed, and all those outside worlds were saved because they were, you know, away from the Eye of
Orgies.
Terror, the orgy. Yeah, there you go. So those exodited worlds could have like come into contact with the Great Crusade, led by one of the Primarchs, the Lost Primarchs. They could have come to some agreement or something like that, or the Lost Primarch could have seen something that these exodited Eldar did not, or they shared or something like that. Because yeah,
There's a lot of avenues for that, basically. Basically, I'd say go ahead, work on that lore, and then send it over to us, and we'll give you some feedback.
definitely. Next question.
This one is by Marek Gruska. Let's say there's an Imperial world where somehow something happened and a Genestealer infestation occurred. Let's say it's a fresh one. Is there a way to find out if the world is infected and cleanse it before it's too late? As for the Eldar, will they instantly feel some psychic presence in their region and go there guns blazing? Or for the Imperium, what would they have to do? Would an astropath be able to detect it? Or will they just wait until it's too late and then go to war?
Good question. So all of those things are true. So yes, if you have a Genestealer infestation on a human world, it can be detected by regular means of just like, hey, why does that guy look like that? I don't know. Oh shit, he got run over. Let's cut him up, because that's what you do. You have to like see what the cause of death was, and then you see, oh shit, this guy has like 5 stomachs. That's not normal. And then the Inquisition gets called in, and then they investigate to see what's going on.
And usually that Inquisition has already been invested, and then they're cleaning everything up.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Not GW. Mini Wargaming did an awesome narrative campaign where they fought a Genestealer cult that was on some hive world or an agri world or something like that. So what Matt does is he does the little like story times right before each battle, or he used to do that. I don't know if he does that anymore. Watch those and just get inspiration, because Mini Wargaming did a really good job of like showing you what it would be like for a Genestealer cult to be discovered by the Imperium, and then I think the Sisters of Battle got called in, and it's pretty badass.
Sounds interesting.
Yes.
My interest is piqued. Piqued.
Next question.
This one's by Fox McCloud. What kind of curse words do they use in the 41st millennium?
They use like
Oh, you buggers.
yeah.
Those kind of questions. Because if we told you the real ones, this video would be instantly demonetized.
Exactly. So don't make us do that.
You buggers.
Next question comes from Zezers.
Zezers.
If the Emperor was at peak strength, could he defeat any or all of the Chaos Gods, and how would he do so? He would close his eyes. He would imagine his father standing in a field of green grass, and then the father would say, "You are the god of," and then the Emperor would say, "Thunder," and then he turns into Thor.
Yeah.
And then he defeats
Chaos.
Corn.
Corn. Yeah.
Because when lightning meets... Wait, is he the god of lightning or thunder? Thor's the god of thunder, right?
Is he, Gersh?
I don't know. But when lightning meets corn, what happens?
Popcorn.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But no, the Emperor could not defeat any of the Chaos Gods, right?
Probably not, since he's not a Chaos God himself. He is but a lowly human.
Not yet, though. And I still have to do a 40 facts video on the God Emperor's godliness. Because even though he's not a god,
he's more than
human. Meets the eye.
Mm-hmm.
He's a
Transformer.
Is that the theme song? Next question.
This one is a very interesting question. It's one that has plagued the minds of many humans.
Savants
too. This one is by Pickle Rick.
Pickle Rick!
If Warhammer 40K and StarCraft clashed with a 3v3, Terrans, Zerg, and Protoss against Imperial Guard, Tyranids, and obviously the humans, who would win?
Wait, no, the humans.
Or not the humans, the
Eldar or Tau?
Terrans, Zerg, and Protoss against Imperial Guard, Tyranids. And you don't say who the third one is.
I'm guessing it would be the Tau?
We'll go with Tau.
Yeah.
Alright. Because Imperial Guard are essentially humans.
Yeah.
Who would win between this epic battle?
Give it to the Tyranids. It would consume all.
Even the Zerg?
Even the Zerg. Because the Zerg is controlled by the Queen.
The hive mind, yeah.
The Queen.
Queen, yeah.
And you kill the Queen, you kill Zerg. Or if you control the Queen, you control Zerg. Yeah.
Isn't Zerg the bad guy from Toy Story?
Maybe. I don't know.
The guy that Buzz Lightyear's fighting.
Yeah, I remember him.
You don't.
That's his dad.
Damn, spoiler alert, guys.
Yeah, in Toy Story 2, you find out that Zerg is Buzz Lightyear's dad.
Yeah, I wonder who the mom is.
Miss Piggy.
Ooh.
Last question. Well, you get one and I get one.
All right, go for it, young man.
So first off is Bruva Michael. The Space Marine armor may be so damaged that it is no longer transmits the position where it is located and forgotten on the planet from a mysterious cause, and to be amnesia to its past, and to mistake it to be an orc and join orcs? ?
What?
So I think what you're trying to say is a Space Marine gets stranded on a world, and he gets bumped in the head to the point where he gets amnesia, and he's surrounded by orcs. So then he believes that he's an orc because he's as strong as an orc.
So kind of like Tarzan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Tarzan, exactly. And then and you have a question mark at the end. So can this happen? Yes, it can. Just like Tarzan. Next question.
This one is by Paul Evans. What two Primarchs would you like to see go head-to-head in their prime?
Magnus the Red and Fulgrim. Because they're both Demon Primarchs, so their top level is right now.
That's interesting. I'd actually pay money to see that. Somebody animate that now. I would like to see Sanguinius go up against... damn, why am I forgetting his name?
John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt?
Yeah, because his name was my name, too.
Whenever we go out.
The people would always shout.
Alright, and what's the Primarch?
Jeez. Wolf dude. Lehman Russ.
Lehman Russ.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that would be badass.
Because, I mean, Lehman Russ is known to be a badass. And freaking Sanguinius was literally fighting demon princes, greater demons, that kind of thing. So that'd be pretty cool.
Another cool one would be Lehman Russ versus Vulcan, because Vulcan's supposed to be the strongest and biggest.
Yeah.
Versus,
one of the better fighters.
Yeah. It would be like Mayweather versus McGregor.
Yeah.
But better.
Everybody would get paid in the end.
And those were the questions for this week. Thank you so much for sending those questions our way. If you have more questions for us, comment down below.
That's right. We get to these guys 3 times a week. So if you didn't answer your question today, check back previous day, day after that. Maybe we got it to then.
Definitely. See you guys
tomorrow. Sound Alchemist.
Gersh 1!
We're out of here.